The Coast Guard right now is saving thousands of lives in a response to Hurricane Harvey. They're on the front line, standing duty. And that's why we're here today is so important, because those that serve in an organization need to know that they're valued, and they do the best when they're valued. And right now, I speak as a graduate, I speak as a former employee at the Coast Guard Academy, and someone who has always supported what the Coast Guard Academy has done, but I'll never support a system that is passive on discrimination or racism within the gates. And so top leadership admits that there's a challenge. The chief diversity officer knows that no campus is insulated from racism. Charlottesville has shown us that no college campuses are not insulated from racism, and the Coast Guard Academy is no different. So our message this morning, or this afternoon, is very clear and simple. We're calling on our congressional delegation, both Senator Murphy and Senator Blumenthal, Congressman Courtney, to further investigate the climate issues at the Coast Guard Academy. All three have been very vocal in their response to sexual harassment and sexual assault in the military, and so we hope that they take this issue with the same vigor. This is not a new issue, and their colleagues in Congress have also taken issue with what's going on at the Coast Guard Academy. Congressman Elijah Cummings, Congressman Benny Thompson, who just sent his staff up here this spring, are well aware that there are challenges, and so we're asking our local delegation, as uncomfortable as it may be because this is their backyard, to also approach this with the same vigor. As we've seen in the past, things happen within the gates when allies from outside the gates speak up, and that's why we're here today. This is not about pointing fingers, we're well beyond that. We just want to uncover, with the help of our federal officials, what's really happening within the Coast Guard Academy. And so, we want to also believe that the Coast Guard Academy is the last bastion of hope in upholding core values, right? Honor, respect, devotion to duty are the Coast Guard's core values. And so we feel that the Coast Guard Academy, which is preparing future leaders for the best humanitarian service in the world, is not going to be passive in their approach to discrimination and racism on campus. And these cadet testimonials that we saw in Sunday's paper show us that they require attention. I also currently sit on the Higher Education Committee in the Connecticut General Assembly, and I'm well aware that the Coast Guard Academy does not fall in our purview, but if ROTC students were facing the same issues, you would know and believe, and you should believe, that we would be taking this up within the Connecticut General Assembly. And so cadets at the Coast Guard Academy should not limit us as what we do as state legislators to also make this an issue. And so in closing, to the cadets, I want to speak to them directly. Thank you for your courage. I've lived behind those gates, and I know how difficult it was for you to speak up. And so please know that we stand here with you. You're not alone, and every cadet deserves the same opportunity that they expected when they walked in the gates.